As you guys know, you're here to learn about an investment opportunity with Full Circle Brewing. It's something we've been working on for the last 4 months, and we found out recently we're actually the first brewery west of the Rockies to actually implement something like this. So I'll start off first with some legal disclosures, which were basically required. Thank you. I knew he was going to do it. So basically, there's going to be some forward-looking statements in here, and you're going to have to analyze this investment for yourself. So that's the legal stuff. So a little bit about us, and I'll say about me. If you don't know me, my name is Arthur Moy. I am the CEO of Full Circle Brewing. I'm part of the investment group that banded our pennies together to take over Full Circle Brewing about 1 year ago. I am actually a CPA by trade. And I was also a pretty regular patron of Full Circle all the way back to 2007. And the first time I got here, I'm a Bay Area transplant. First time I got here, I knew that there was something special about Full Circle. And I knew that I loved craft beer. So around that time, I started home brewing. And I'm really just a novice home brewer at best. And I came to Fresno to basically continuing my accounting career and started growing my love and appreciation for craft beer. And I said, hey, at some point it would be awesome when I'm retired and done with this accounting thing to go out and actually start a craft brewery way into the future. I had a good established accounting practice. I was building with my business partner who was actually here 6 or 7 years, super risk-averse career, and I was sitting around at our neighbors over here at Tioga, and I heard about this opportunity of Full Circle. I don't know what it is, but something just clicked, and it just had to be done. So essentially, got out of the accounting business, which is not a typical accounting move if you didn't know. Sold my practice and went head first into Full Circle Brewing here. So huge leap of faith. But what Full Circle represented for me was an opportunity to tap in to the success of downtown, this revitalization that's happening. It was an opportunity to tap into the longest running brewery in Fresno, which doesn't come along very often. And I think, honestly, most important, it was an opportunity to tap in to my passion. And they say when you merge passion and skill set, something magical happens. And I think this last year, some magic has happened. But I definitely, absolutely could not do this alone. There was 9 other investors who banded together and are a big part of why this place is what it is today. Now, these 9 investors are not jet-setting, super rich entrepreneurs. These folks are community members with day jobs that probably also had to convince their significant others that this was a good idea. But we rubbed our pennies together, and I think it's important to note that these 9 investors are the common thread between all of us is that we cared about downtown and we were activists in downtown. So in one way or another, each of these investors has their footprint in the Fulton Mall becoming Fulton Street, in the rewrite of the development code, the general plan, all these things that make this possible. But what they noticed is over the last decade, a good decade of their lives supporting downtown, is that we did such a good job that the outside money started flowing in. So Los Angeles investors, Bay Area investors coming in and taking these opportunities. So I think with these 9 investors, it was an opportunity for them to tap in to a piece of the pie of the success of this revitalized Fresno. And that's really what drew all of us together, and that's really part of our mission. It's not just money, although that is part of it, it's also a passion for downtown Fresno. So when we banded together, we had 5 goals in mind. The first goal, obviously, what do you think? Beer. We wanted to craft the best beer. The second goal was crafting the best entertainment. We wanted to craft the best brand, craft the best team, and of course, the thing that brought us all together in the first place, we wanted to craft the best community. So the best beer, that was what we set out to do. Purchase new equipment, and I think engage the services of the best brewers in the Central Valley. And our 2 most popular beers are, right now, are Juicy Northeastern Style IPA and the Clusterfugle Cream Ale. I think it's important to note, not only do we get the best brewers in-house, but we let them be artists. And with that freedom, they were not only brewing just good quality standard pale ales that you see anywhere, they started brewing unique beers and bringing something new to Fresno that has put us on the map in the last 12 months. In fact, recently we just won an award at the Hop Shootout in Bakersfield for our Cryo Self-to-Sleep Northeast Style IPA. So that's a recognition that we're excited about. And in addition to that, if you guys know Untapped, our beers are rated high on Untapped. And Untapped is basically like a Rotten Tomatoes for beer. So the next goal that we had was to actually craft good entertainment. And this is not something that we set out for and we knew it was going to be about a big part of our business. In fact, we kind of stumbled into it. We all had a good vision of what Full Circle was, but it was clear that entertainment was always a part of that vision. So we took some of the legacy events like roller derby that happens on the slab right next door, some great local acts like Patrick Contreras, burlesque, circus shows, all kinds of stuff, entertainment has been on this stage, and we've amplified it. We've even pulled in national acts. Most recently, Bone Thugs and Harmony were here. I don't know if anyone was at that, but it was awesome. We've had POD, Puddle of Mud. We've had, we just recently booked for October 28th coming up here, E40. So we're bringing, we're bringing awesome events and crafting some really good entertainment in Fresno. The next is brand. We wanted a brand that not just looked cool, although it does, but also represented something for this community and these investors. And you see the Skull and Hops, he actually has a name. His name is Ernie. And he represents rebirth of this, of our city, of our community, and rebirth of this brewery. And personally to me, and I'm sure I share this with the other investors, rebirth of our lives. So there's some meaning behind that, and he has some real character. And this Ernie, you will see carried out throughout our brand. And we've gotten some good recognition for Ernie and our brand. So say hi to Ernie. The last goal that we had was community. And this is only last for emphasis. It's actually one of the most important. Community is what brought us together. And now we feel as lovers of Fresno that we have a new medium to communicate how awesome Fresno is. So in continuing in that vein, we have worked with the Downtown Center at Fresno State to establish and actually write the curriculum for the Brew University. So we've had our first class, Brew 101, which is essentially introducing students to this industry. And our goal here, this is a first in the CSUs, our goal here is to make Fresno not just a good place to come and drink beer, but also a great place to come and learn how to make awesome beer. So this is something that we're very proud of. Also our tree mortality program. So I don't know if you know, but 100 million trees are dead in the Sierra forest. Not a lot of people know that. So we have a Killwood IPA series that brings awareness to that. If you see the backsplash on our bar here is actually rescued Killwood. And then we also have it on our taps. So it's a story that kind of gives back. And also the exciting one that's actually going to be opening soon is the L Trail. So we are not just about being the biggest brewery on a corner in an okay part of town. We want the density. We want other breweries to come down here, so people driving up and down this 99 have no excuse but to stop off and see Fresno's craft beer scene. So we're all neighbors. We're all friends. In fact, I see some of the other breweries that are opening up. We got Zach's Brewing right here, sitting here in support. Tioga's here all the time. We are over there. This market is far from saturated. We are the 5th largest city in California, and we only have a handful of breweries. You compare that to something like Sacramento, they have 55. We have a long way to go, and we really feel that beer is going to be a big piece of revitalization. So the other piece that sets us apart and that we're really proud of is that we have assembled what I believe the best team in the industry out here. And I'm going to point some people out that have made this possible. And you'll notice a common thread between each and every one of these people. And that's that they have industry experience. So it's formally somewhere else. So first, I'd like to have our head brewer stand up, Mike Samaya. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's working. So Mike was formerly a brewer at Riley's, and he's been with us since the beginning, and he is the artist behind our Northeast style IPAs. And also his Cry Yourself to Sleep is the one that won the Hop Shootout Award. So. And joining us recently is Adrian Barrera. He could stand up, I see him there. And he's our brewery operations manager, and he comes with a tremendous amount of accolades, formerly the head brewer at Kern River. And he's the one that's gonna help us step up our game on the production side, which is what we'll get into shortly here. So I would also like to introduce Skip Tuttle. Skip, he might look tired and kind of bored, but that's because he doesn't have any beer to sell, because you guys keep drinking it all. So, and Skip was one of the original salespeople over at Tioga Sequoia. So 18. And then, where's Tully? Tully, where you at? Oh, there he is in the back. Come on up here. So Tully is our talent buyer and marketing promotion guru. And he's the guy behind some of the big events that we've been having, like Phone Thugs and all the like. So that's a part of our A team. So, and a few more. I'll introduce you to Nate. Where you at? He's right there. So Nate, for the obvious reasons, is the true face of this brewery. It's all about that stash. I tried, it didn't work. So, and there's several other people that have supported us here. Top Ham Media is helping us with this campaign. We've got Fresno First Bank in the house, and they believed in us for some time. So the point in saying all that is I believe we have the best team in town, and they're all here ready for more beer. So with those goals in mind, so those five goals, we successfully accomplished those 5 goals. And I'll share with you a little video here. Do we have sound?
Or pick up that dusty guitar. Maybe drive across the country. 12 months, 52 weeks, 365 days. A lot can happen in a year. You could finally win that marathon. Or pick up that dusty guitar. Maybe drive across the country. Whatever you do, make it count. We did it. Since January of 2017, Full Circle Brewing has grown by 450%. You know what that means? We're gonna need more beer. To celebrate, we're offering a taste of our success to the folks who got us there. And with this community's help, Full Circle will become the first brewery on the West Coast to be owned by you, and you, and you. We're tapping into your creativity, your sense of adventure, your endurance. So find out what makes you great. Turn up what sets you apart. Visit www.tapin.gear. Be a part of history in the making. Community grown, community owned. Tap into Full Circle today.
Right. So a lot happened in a year, more than I think any of the investors would have expected. That 450% actually breaks down to coming from 5,000 pints in a 6-month period to 30,000. To having shows that are 1,600 people large versus 150. And social media wise, just growing tremendously. I think we're almost at 9,000 likes. And also amplifying our staff. We were at 5, now we're at 12 people standing around for us to make more beer. So also locations. You can now find us at 20 different locations around town, throughout the Central Valley, Bakersfield. And we also have our own canning machine. So all this is good and great, and we laid the best plans that we could at the time. And our mission was accomplished for those 5 goals, but now we're tapped out. So we're consistently running out of beer. You'll notice that maybe the first time you guys came here, we had probably 10 or 12 beers up there. Now we can barely keep the headliners on. So the premise of this whole thing is we need to produce more beer. So to produce more beer, we need more equipment. More equipment takes more capital. So we had an opportunity with this success and really good looking financials. Told you I was a CPA, right? So the traditional route, we can call those jet-setting entrepreneurs who have been in here and offered us that sweet deal. We can go 100% traditional bank financing, which is another approach. Or we can do something super creative and allow the community a chance to tap in to the largest brewery, or the longest running brewery in Fresno, to tap into the success of downtown, to tap into this budding craft beer scene, and it would be my hope to tap in to your own passion in the craft beer industry. So the 9 investors set out to do something like that, and our timing could not be better, because less than 16 months ago, it would be illegal for me to make this pitch to you, unless you were certified, sophisticated investors, and they define that basically if you make a lot of money. I believe that that's a big reason why there's such a wealth gap in this country. So the 2012 Jobs Act activated Kickstarter. So you could go and you could give money and you could get cool swag. And then that was it. So like I said, 16 months ago, they opened it up for equity crowdfunding. So you can go, you get your cool swag, but you also have a vested interest in this case, a brewery. So why did we choose this way? One, we're all community-driven people, and we really want an army. Also, it's better together. I think initially, sure, we could have done this solo, but coming together and having a common vision is a big part of, I think, what has made our explosive success. Also, we want to share. We want the opportunity for the common person to tap in, again, to the success of downtown. And we want to be trailblazers. Essentially, everything that we've done in this brewery has been out on the forefront, including the style of the beers that we have, and now this capital campaign. And we're going to continue to be on that cutting edge. So I think to get to a little bit more of the meat of it, what does your return on investment come from? Well, your return on investment comes from a variety of ways. First one is you do get investment perks. So you give, you get. We have a whole variety of investment perks, some that the craft beer lovers will really appreciate, which includes owners only can releases twice a year. Of course, shirts, mugs, growlers, discounts to our music side. So that's a return that keeps giving. Also, you have the appreciation of value in your stock. Our intent is not to stay put. We are very pro downtown, but this is going to be our headquarters. We're hoping to grow into this space, increase our system size to 30 barrels, and then you're going to see us on shelves throughout the Central Valley and beyond. And then you get your ongoing distributions of cash flow. So basically, when the 9 original investors make money, you guys make money. And then I think the unsung portion of it is the community impact, right? We're doing something special on this corner of Chinatown in downtown, which would be unheard of, realistically, not too long ago. But because you guys are here, because you guys are drinking the beer, because you are drinking our neighbor's beer, that brings more people downtown. That brings more housing downtown. That drives up property values. So anything you would be committing not only to your own personal investment, the investment return that you have here, but also to the turnaround of all of downtown. In fact, I was at a meeting last night and they just released that just a stone's throw from the brewery here, Pinstar is going to be developing a 50-unit Santana Row-like complex. That was yesterday. The high-speed rail is actually going to be running parallel to our property here, and the underpass is actually going to start right out here. So we'll be the first commercial building, aside from Cal Dairies, right when you get off the 99. So the tide's turning. So helping to push that tide is in turn a return on investment in our eyes. So moving on how to invest. How many people already registered with the portal at tapin.beer? Okay, a good amount of people. So that's the starting point, is go to tapin.beer. You're going to add your email, and then you're going to get access to our SEC portal. And that portal will have all the documentation as far as our business plan, our projections, all the nitty gritty. So the whole, financials for the last 2 years, you're going to know everything once you get there. Once you register, you're going to have to input just your email address, choose what type of investor you are, and put your name in, and then you get access to everything. So as far as how to actually make that transaction, there's a couple ways to pay. One of them is you can actually deliver a check here. You could go to our bank at Fresno First. We're also working on an e-payment option within the portal. So what's going to happen now is we're going to have a little brewery tour. So I hope you can go around. Nate is going to actually facilitate those tours. Where's Nate again? He's somewhere. There he goes. Nate. So Nate's going to meet you right here if you're interested in tours. And there's a lot of technical and individual questions that I'm sure you guys have. So what I'm going to do is make myself available for all those kind of group one-on-one questions. And I'm going to be pretty open and pretty frank with everything I can and can't say. But I really, really appreciate you guys coming here. I really hope you take this opportunity to tap in and learn more about what we have going on. Because there's some really exciting stuff just around the horizon for Full Circle. I appreciate your support, and again, ask me any questions that you want, and have a tour. And with that, I will say cheers.